And it's okay for this round, but the quarterfinals it seems really short. So, but yeah, you got to be on your toes. You want a good start again. You don't want to have to come back.
Okay, Wayne Mardle's nip down to commentary. He's alongside Nigel Pearson. Evening, Nigel.
Hi, Dave. Thanks. Yes, and what a match this promises to be. The start of a terrific night in Prospect here at the City West in Dublin. Two of the young guns going head-to-head. And Jamie Lewis off and running immediately here. Great result for him, beating the home favourite William O'Connor in the first round. Jamie Lewis and Michael Smith survived a real humdinger with Gerwyn Price in round one. A new generation of darting heroes, and they're both off and running. First time of asking, Wayne.
Yep, all those hours in the practice room this afternoon and this evening. All you're hoping for is, right, just let me get off first leg and let me get into it. They're both into it.
100.
And I think this will be a good game because both will believe that this is a decent opportunity to reach a major ranking quarter-final.
44.
Which is something neither have done before. Michael Smith has reached the quarterfinals of the Grand Slam, but that's not a ranking event.
Yeah, Michael Smith has been in fine form on the tour. 3 European Tour titles, of course, has helped him on his way to a good bit of form in the floor tournaments this year. First time in the second round here in Dublin. As you say, survived match darts against Gerwyn Price as well. So survived a real scare there. And Smith now in the top 8 in the world rankings as well. Big future for both these players. How highly do you rate them, Wayne?
Well, the composure that Jamie Lewis showed against William O'Connor was way beyond his years. It was incredible. The last start at double 5. There'd have been many a seasoned pro that would have buckled at that for a last start, but he held it together after William had 2 darts at double 10 to knock him out. Michael Smith is seeded number 8. That just shows you how good he is. But he doesn't do it often enough on the big stage. He's a real menace on tour, but he wants to be a menace on the big stage.
Tops he needs here.
120.
Superb effort for Michael Smith, who's 25 last month. This fella will be 24 next month. Treble 20 would leave the bull. So Smith's going to come back for the first leg on the board. Needs tops here.
Double 10. Good marker. That will settle him down. And it was a good leg as well, straight in, and then missed the 160 after that. And he was in control, even though Jamie Lewis had a poke at the 128. You just think that in these early signs are showing to me that Jamie Lewis is going to need to score well. Otherwise, I can't see him carving out too many chances.
Good starts from both in the opening 2 legs. We know how important that is in this format.
71.
Smith, who averaged 84.11 in his victory over Price over the short format, had a couple of 180s in that game as well.
57.
Finishing was superb, 7 out of 11. So only missed the 4 shots at the finish. Michael Smith in that first round game. Now, can Jamie Lewis bounce back early on in this first set? Best of 5, remember, in the last 16 of the World Grand Prix.
That's what Jamie's got to do. He's got to put in a high number of 2 treble visits. And when you do get off first start, whether it be 32 or tops, whatever it is, if you can hit another treble, it's like without starting from a double, because you're hitting a ton plus anyway. You've got to really make that double count.
Free-flowing player, Michael Smith.
60.
From St Helens, of course. As we say, fine form away from the TV. Can he make it through to the quarterfinals here in Dublin in the City West and the Grand Prix? Lewis
42.
Can't find a treble.
Well, up to the game against Gerwyn Price, Michael Smith had never won a game here, so this is a new scenario, a new situation for him, but I feel sure he'd deal with it okay, as Jamie will. Another one. Will he stay there?
Oh,
it's unfortunate.
23. 96.
Puts Smith under a little bit of pressure here now. Snatched the first dart. Double 12 will give him a 2-0 lead. Brilliant finishing! Michael Smith recovered as well from the snatchy first start there. And that was good finishing from Smith. 2-0 he leads in the first set of the game.
Michael Smith can be a real handful when he gets in front. He's Barney-like. And what I mean by that is when they are in front, they can annihilate you. Chasing is a different thing. It's tough to chase.
101.
Tops working nicely for Smith to get away. First time of asking. You get the feeling that Lewis could do a treble here now. After not getting away first time, real opportunity for Smith to pounce in this leg now, Wayne.
Yeah, he's definitely dictating matters, isn't he?
85.
The fluency is there. Against Gerwyn Price, I've never seen Michael Smith look so nervous. He was playing like someone that didn't actually believe he was the 8th seed. And I think he's over that now. He seems to be.
Unlucky, so
43.
still jittery, Michael Smith. The consistency isn't quite there yet. First game of the night, fans enjoying it though. 4 games tonight, of course, in our second round. 4 more tomorrow night here in Dublin.
97.
More like it, good cover.
Yeah, that you said it, Nigel. Good cover. The problem is that he's having to cover too often. First one for Michael Smith, and I hear phrases like, "Oh, what a great treble 19 hitter." Whenever I hear that, I always think, "Why, they no good on 60 then?" Because they're throwing low, and it happens. And some people do throw lower than others.
92.
Well, he's hit the treble 16 for double 12 now. That is magnificent. And Michael Smith off to a dream start. The first set under the belt without reply from Jamie Lewis. And Michael Smith is off and running. 1-0 in the opening game of the night here in Dublin. Join us for more live Grand Prix darts in a few moments.
Webster, both world champions. Well, right now, Michael Smith is doing a good job. He's hitting his doubles, he's hitting a few big scores, and Jamie Lewis hasn't really found anything as yet. He's looking a bit edgy, a bit nervy, and unless he puts that right in this set, it could all go south pretty quickly.
Yep, it's the young guns tonight, as Dave Clark labelled it at the top of the show. All 4 games tonight featuring players 35 or below. And once again, Michael Smith off and running. He's used tops regularly to start tonight, and it has worked quite beautifully for the man from St Helens, 25 years old last month, I should say. And finally, Lewis is away with his second dart on this occasion, but has to be said, Michael Smith is in a nice bit of form, looking good so far.
He is. What he's making Jamie Lewis do is he's missed with his first start. Now, it's not paramount you get off first start, obviously, but if you do get off second, when your opponent has already hit a 120 off, try to hit 92, or at least the 89 or something. Kicking away 52 against these big hitters is just not going to wash, because what it does, puts pressure on the next shot and then you foul.
First set without reply for Smith, and playing beautifully there, down with a treble 19 and already on a finish. So Lewis in a spot of bother, even though it's still relatively early. It's first to 3, slightly longer format this second round, of course. Hits the treble 20 beautifully, needs the 14 for tops for a 1-1-4 finish.
74.
He's playing beautifully.
It is relatively early in the match, as you say, Nigel, but in the matter of 2 or 3 minutes' time, Michael Smith could be thrown for the second set and be 2-0 up, and
150.
Obviously, you want to win every set, but to go 2-0 down in this format when you're underdog is really leaves you a mountain to climb. And at the moment, Jamie Lewis is just not playing well enough.
Michael Smith is looking superb, and a man who could easily have gone out against Gerwyn Price in the first round. Lewis away, second time of asking, needs to hold his throw here, needs to get a leg on the board, needs to stop the rot.
No score.
He's away with 92, which is better. Just a bit too much shoulder into that one. Clearly not relaxed yet. That will help. Follow it.
85.
Played well against William O'Connor, Jamie Lewis.
120.
Brilliant response from Smith. Gets away with his second visit, and at this stage, if Jamie Lewis doesn't hit the big numbers now, Smith surely will fancy his chances of clawing it back.
59.
And if Lewis was to lose this leg from this position, well, that could be crucial in the final outcome.
85.
Poor last start by Michael. Started to walk with it and then couldn't release it quick enough, hence the drag.
130.
Well, he got away with that because he really should have switched away, because he would have left 169 if he hadn't hit the treble.
Just knew that was going to be in. The way he was free flowing with the throw, you just knew that last one was going to hit the red bit. Needs a treble 20, can't get there, and Smith is going to be back to have a go at 116 here now for a 2-0 lead in the second set. Here we go.
He's looked dangerous on every finish, nigh on.
98.
He's missed some big combinations already.
40.
Tops for Lewis, needs it as well.
Not easy when you haven't won a leg. It's not, it just becomes so difficult. Quality, really was.
Second leg, Jamie Lewis.
An ironic smile from Michael Smith. Fair play, Jamie Lewis. Huge pressure on there, and he responded in style.
No score.
And Smith can't get away. This will give Jamie Lewis some encouragement. Can he build on getting a leg on the board, his first leg of the match?
Well, this is how quick this format can change darts matches, because if he starts well here, if he can get a 60...
72.
Well, he's still in, he's in front, he's in a good position, but you win against the throw, and then you hold, it's one set apiece. Wasn't looking likely just, what, a minute or so ago. Good effort by Jamie Lewis. Needs a big one here. Got to switch.
Nice. Treble 19, he stays down for that again.
136.
Good visit from Jamie Lewis. Now, Smith switching.
53.
Looking slightly desperate, Michael Smith, with those three darts. When his first dart doesn't go in, he doesn't look comfortable at all. I know there are a lot of players that are kind of first dart merchants, but Michael Smith is one of them. But you've got to keep your composure in this sport.
He probably had his eyes on a straight set without reply. Victory, the way things were going.
20.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Two darts bouncing out.
114 points on the floor. He would have been in front in this leg. That could be absolutely crucial.
96.
Thought he blocked the bed there.
Well, that was just hanging in as well, yeah. Michael's completely lost his shape for a second. Well, they hung in that time, and I'll give him his credit, because you can be put off by darts that fall out. Well done. But this game, or this match now, could be turned on its head by those 114 points that did not count. Incredible turnaround.
Treble 20 would leave tops.
54.
That's a real poor dart. You've got to keep straight. Would have left 80. So much easier than 85.
Well, those treble 19s are working for him nicely now, and he's put Jamie Lewis under a bit of pressure here. This is a vital visit for Jamie Lewis from Cardigan in Wales. 16 would leave bull. Treble 16 would leave double 9, so he needs the bull here. And there's an opportunity for Michael Smith when this leg seemed beyond him at one stage, Wayne.
He's had two big high trebles on the floor, and he goes and does that. Well, you've got to give him credit, because after the darts on the floor, is it 134, then followed by a 119, and then a 75 finish. That was real quality.
52.
We know what he can do. And so does he, because, like we keep saying, on the tour, he is an absolute menace. He just keeps rattling
44.
off these wins, these big high averages. Yet to see it in this format.
Savage blow for Lewis. Looking at it from his point of view. Oh, mind you, here we go. First 180 of the game for Jamie Lewis. 4 in the tournament. And just as I was saying, he shouldn't have lost that last leg. And that is a major blow for him.
57.
You see his reaction, didn't you? He was slightly annoyed at not the fact he hit the 180, but it was like, I can hit things now, but I couldn't hit them a second ago. There's not a lot to choose between these
59.
two when they're both at it. But Michael Smith is just hitting the vital shots.
60.
Lewis looking for a hold of throw here, so even if he was to win this leg, Smith would have the darts in the next leg. Of course, you've got to get away with the double, but fancy his
60.
chances of taking out the second set.
Should get another.
100. Jamie require 150.
Shows every single dart by his facial contortions, does Michael Smith. When they go in, he kind of has a little smile. When they don't, he grimaces.
58.
Smith's hit 10-ton plus scores and only hit the 1-ton 40.
93.
The reason for the lack of 140s
Jamie
is because
require 92.
the proclivity to switch. They just love going for the 57 bed, these two.
Double 16. Lewis gets there, levels the second set.
Jamie Lewis.
Now the question is, can Michael Smith get away with the first visit? Double 12 works for him.
44.
Jamie Lewis has got to start with something like a 92 or 112. 32 just don't feel will be enough to still be behind.
32.
He's still the darts behind when he had a real chance to get in front.
Couldn't have got much closer with the first two.
135.
And that is clinical from Smith. That could be vital here. Lewis, who took 3 darts to get away. So Michael Smith holding the upper hand in this second set. First to 3 in this last 16
93.
in the World Grand Prix in Dublin.
It has to be, doesn't it?
100.
He is so good. Really, he reminds me of Adrian. He reminds me of Adrian Lewis in the way he throws. Once that first dart goes in, if as an opponent you're thinking, oh no, you know what they're going to hit.
81.
Relentless on the 60 when the first one's in.
Yeah, 3 180s now for Michael Smith.
64.
5 in the tournament so far. On a finish of 78 when he comes back. Jamie Lewis has to put some pressure on now. Looks beyond him at this stage.
93.
78, Michael Smith.
78.
He's already taken out a 91, 92. And a
58.
75, but he couldn't muster that. And the last start was poor because ideally you don't want to leave double 10, you want to leave double 5. Sorry, you want to leave double top, because on 10s, if you do go down to double
60.
5, that's horrible.
You require 20.
Double 10 for the set. And a 2-0 lead, no problem that time. Michael Smith romps into a 2-set lead here in this last 16 showdown at the City West in Dublin. We'll be back in a few moments with more live Grand Prix darts with the two young guns, Michael Smith and Jamie Lewis. Join us for now.
Welcome back. Despite this happening, which was so unfortunate for Michael Smith, he went on to win that leg. Jamie Lewis not capitalising, winning the leg, and then he went on to win the set, and that was the second set. And it's 2 sets to 0 up. As you see it against Jamie Lewis there, the first match on this evening for a place in the quarterfinals. Dave Chisnall, Jelle Klaassen straight after this match. Then Michael van Gerwen takes on Kim Huybrechts. Adrian Lewis plays Mark Webster in our final match of the evening. But right now, Jamie Lewis is not playing well enough, you would have thought, to win 3 sets on the bounce against Michael Smith, who, it's got to be said, Nige, he's playing pretty well.
Yeah, playing nicely, Wayne, absolutely. Averaging 88.68, of course, in this format of the double star. Averages can be false, but certainly that's what he needs. He's off and running, Jamie Lewis, now. That's better, much better. Can he start some sort of revival here? The winner of this game will face the winner of Van Gerwen Huybrechts, which is later on tonight. Terrific lineup tonight of Grand Prix darts, and what a start that is from Michael Smith to respond to Lewis's encouraging start. But you just know that when Michael Smith is in form and full of confidence 59. And wants to get at it, you know, he's a great player to watch.
Oh, he is. That's 4 perfect. 5, looking downstairs. This is magnificent. Not only is a 9-darter on, what a way to do it that would be. A 170 finish. 60 ball is needed by the man from St Helens.
100.
Can he do it? Michael Smith. Bully boy. The bigger picture now is to go on and break Jamie Lewis's throw.
42.
Indeed, Nigel. Jamie Lewis started this leg off well, but he's been completely outscored. The 160 and the fabulous 171. I like that. A little bit of showman coming out in then.
That's confidence for you, isn't it?
Oh, confidence. Those are the days.
88.
Nicely done. Michael Smith leaves him tops on his next visit.
He really is oozing with it now, isn't he? He's shaking his head, but that's all you can do, Jamie. You've had a good leg, but I'm afraid this man could break here. Well, he's busted. It's fine. Good thing to do.
Second chance now. A chance he thought he wouldn't get.
But it's a chance he has to take. Has to.
And he does. Gets the double 10. So a leg which was quite extraordinary. We saw Michael Smith 6 perfect darts. Crowd held their breath looking for the 9-darter, and yet he loses the leg.
We see it in the normal format, I'm going to call it, so often, don't we? 180, 180, and then losing the leg. Well, it's happening to Michael Smith there. And the double start. Phil Taylor missed the bullseye yesterday for a 9-darter. Then lost the next 2 sets and went home.
60.
Smith can't find a treble. We'll want to get the job done now. He's in a great position at 2-0. This is nice from Jamie Lewis. Much better, much better. We'd love one as well.
You're not the only one, kid.
121.
Staying on the treble 20 a bit more now, Smith, rather than reverting to the treble 19. It's working for him a little bit better now.
Yeah, they're both feeling a little bit more confident.
140.
The power and thrust that was thrown in by Jamie Lewis, that was a case of you are not going to miss.
140.
Even 96, this is a leg that Jamie Lewis would dearly love to win, because then he would be throwing for this set. It's brilliant. Treble 18 to leave 20. Well, sorry about that. He's left double 7.
Double 18 for Smith. Nice marker. No.
60.
Now, Lewis got the 180 to leave double 7. Was that the right thing to do? We're about to find out.
I don't care if he gets it or not. It's not the right thing to do.
Wasn't the right thing to do.
I didn't care whether he got it or not. That's just ludicrous. You can't be doing that. Yes, it might be begging for it to be hit. Yes, you might want to put your opponent off with the shout of 180. But what you actually do is put yourself off. And in the end, it backfired big time. And that could be the difference between winning and losing.
Was he not thinking their way? Did he just focus on the 180? Was he not thinking forward to the finish?
I think he outthought himself by thinking, if that makes sense, the 180 shout and everything else, the hullabaloo around the 180, might put Smith off. We've all done it once.
Even though Smith's got a 2-set cushion. Only once, really.
Yeah, you never do it again, believe me.
Nicely done, Jamie Lewis. Putting pressure on Bully Boy. Smith, no doubt, desperate to see this through in straight sets, but Jamie Lewis won't lie down and give up. Still battling on here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because the composure he showed against William O'Connor, like we've mentioned, was incredible. He can definitely hold his own, and he will not buckle, and he will not give up. We've seen Michael Smith on a couple of occasions completely capitulate. One that springs to mind was against Phil Taylor in the Grand Slam quarter-final, when he literally just gave up. He didn't want to try any longer. And the great man took about 13 legs on the trot.
45.
But Lewis does not have those tendencies.
Well, is he resigned to defeat in this leg? I wonder, Michael Smith. Grand Slam coming up next month in Wolverhampton, of course. Qualifiers today in Hull for that particular tournament.
100.
Nice steady ton for Jamie Lewis, leaves double 18 on his next visit, so you'd have to fancy him here. Smith looking to put a bit of pressure on, though.
40.
So double 18 it is for Jamie Lewis now to take the lead in the third set. Has to get this now. Doesn't.
32.
Smith is playing up. Fenced him to have a shot at a double, don't you? 54 for 36, no. And he saw him there. Michael said to himself, when you don't have a shot off those finishes, it's annoying. And well done, Jamie Lewis. Lost the last set 3-2. Can he win this set after registering 2 legs?
44.
Well, tops was working nicely for Smith early on to start a leg, but now he's switching to double 12 and he's away first time, Jamie Lewis, at double 12. Can he put a set on the board?
71.
Just give Smith 1 or 2 doubts and a little bit of anxiety, no doubt. Maybe this game isn't quite as clear-cut as we thought it was.
39.
Jamie Lewis is hitting the 32 now on a regular basis to start, but he's not scoring enough. Getting in, the 152s, the 112s, that's what's needed. Like I said, takes the pressure off the second and third throws.
Not much between them with the starting doubles.
That's fantastic stats.
Yes, and that's a fantastic 180 from Michael Smith. Just at this stage of the game. And the finishing doubles. Smith, 39%, has missed 11. 31 for Jamie Lewis, that's 4 out of 13 attempts.
Jamie Lewis has just done something that it's cardinal sin. He was looking at the 180 and really should have gone for 19s, but Michael Smith wanting double 12 for a 138. Now he can't finish, Jamie. There's 2 mistakes he's made in this match. 52. 12 or a 20, Jamie. Mind that treble, man, if you're going for the 20. Sensible.
24.
Double 12 for Smith. Pressure on this now, got to get it, and does. That was a huge shot. Jamie Lewis waiting on tops to pounce. And now Lewis has to get away quickly. Can he hit it with the first start? Double 16 working nicely for him now. How will Smith respond? Smith would love to win this leg and seal the deal as quickly as possible. Tops or 12s, tops it is, first time. Can he hit a treble? Switching for 19s, nicely done.
You're watching the future of darts. These two good players, aren't they? Go on, match it, man. And again. Good leg of darts, and what a time to both be doing it at such an important point of the match.
What a time to hit a 180. Win the leg, win the match, hits a 180, pressure back on Jamie Lewis. Great stuff from both these players.
5 of them for Smith.
Tidy.
96.
7 in the tournament. Not bad over 2 matches.
Here we see. A 180 last shot, and now he's Mardlesque.
26.
Well, Lewis has got 6 darts to win the set from here now.
Sometimes goes for covered trebles, Jamie. The 54 would have been great there, would have left 60.
Jamie required 95.
Now a real opportunity for a set to keep the match going, keep his hopes alive. Double 19. Yes, Jamie Lewis puts a set on the board. And still we have plenty to look forward to in this one. Michael Smith looked to be heading for a straight sets victory here, but Jamie Lewis is showing that he's made of stern stuff.
Yeah, with his back firmly pressed against the wall, he took out a fabulous 95, didn't he? Because he'd made a bit of a mess of the setup for it, and then showed masses of belief in his own ability. These are young men
43.
playing in some of the biggest tournaments that the world of darts has to offer, and they're acquitting themselves very, very well. Oh, this is super.
112.
Yeah, nice from Lewis, so got to give him a lot of credit. Smith will be feeling a little bit frustrated here. It's looking so good at 2-0 for a straight sets win, but Lewis has battled back. Winner of 4 PDC youth titles, Jamie Lewis. Got a great future ahead of him,
85.
as has Michael Smith as well. Lewis, who celebrates his 24th birthday next month, and Michael
93.
Smith just turned 25. Sure, they're going to be around on the big stage for a long time to come.
Well, we know Michael Smith can sometimes, when he finds the going a bit tough, he can show a bit of petulance. So Jamie Lewis has got to think, right, if I can just get stuck in and make Michael think and start panicking, something might happen. Michael withstanding everything at the moment.
6 180s for Michael Smith now. That's some point scoring prowess.
58. Likely require
Apparently in
48.
practice it's something like 30 in the best part of the 20 minutes or something ridiculous.
Shows in the first leg.
And he gets a leg on the board as well with throw at the start of the fourth set. So still Lewis is the man under pressure here.
Yeah, he's going to feel under pressure as well until it kind of get level,
32.
and then you want to assert, but he's just not scoring enough when he's getting in.
79.
More than once we felt that this man was beaten in this game.
134.
Still scrapping for everything, showing great spirit. Got a 9-darter in a Pro Tour event here in Dublin on Friday, Jamie Lewis.
120.
Some player. An unlucky bounce out for Bully Boy.
He's a real quality player, even though he's very young. Last 16 of the UK Open last year as well. Second round of the match play. He's not new to the big stage, but he's still inexperienced.
140.
Just needs to hit 2 big trebles in this visit, make life a lot easier for the visit to follow. It's a good dart. Another. Oh, cracking.
140.
Well done.
You can't even use the policy in this type of tournament where, well, I've got the throw in the next leg, because you have to make it count with a double start, so you've got to back your own judgment if you're going to do that type of game. Tops for Jamie Lewis now. That's a marker. Gets it. And still he fights for everything. Jamie Lewis from Wales, battling away, and where on earth has that gone? Michael Smith. Dear, oh dear.
Yeah, I think it put him off for his second dart as well, didn't it? Which is why that was low. But Michael Smith knows his game, that he cannot go low on tops, otherwise he has to change. That's the switch. Just a bit of a flyer there from
92.
Jamie. But then did brilliantly well, didn't he?
More like it from Smith. Another treble 20 doing just nicely. What a recovery that is.
160.
This is 3 darts at the double to get off and running first time. And well, coming up we have Chizzy, Dave Chisnell and Jelle Klassen, who's found almost his best form once again now. Jelle Klassen, former
58.
Premier League player and great to watch. Michael van Gerwen and Kim Huybrechts coming up. Quite a game in prospect, 2 fast throwers, and that's going to be a real head-to-head there. And also tonight, Adrian Lewis and Mark Webster, 2 world champions, head-to-head later tonight. It's quite a lineup to look forward to, and these 2 boys have put on a good show so far too.
Yeah, the winner of this match will play the winner of Michael van Gerwen and Kim Huybrechts. Can be relentless, can't he? Well, that was shoddy. When you move across the hockey, you really do have to lift your arm higher, because you're moving away from the target compared to where you normally stand. And he just did not do that.
140.
Decent 140 from Lewis. Now, Smith has to get it back together quickly. Can't.
43.
Well, the last 4 darts have been a darting disaster for him. 115. Well, he took out 95 to win the last set. His eyes finished, so he's.
Well,
I think
cost
that's
yourself a finish there.
It's a lack of concentration. You're thinking, right, throw a good dart at tops, throw a good dart at tops, 74. And then you think, oh dear, I've not even got a dart at it.
19 would leave tops for a 116.
76.
He is so frustrated. You fancied him to take that, couldn't get there. Still work to do to get over the line for Michael Smith. Double 16 for Jamie Lewis now. Not easy, is it, from here? Can he just sneak it round? Yes, he can! Game very much on here now. Jamie Lewis 1 leg away from levelling this match at 2 sets all.
He doesn't get ahead of himself, does he? He doesn't get all het up. He doesn't get wound up at all, Jamie Lewis. I love his temperament. Very good indeed.
No score.
All that good work could be undone. Not necessarily.
Oh, he's got away with it, Lewis. There's a bit of tension getting to them up there on the big stage now, Wayne.
I think Michael's getting impatient. He wants this to be over, and he's annoyed that it's not. Because he was 1-0 up in this set, and he's blown a few opportunities.
112.
But Jamie Lewis in the first round against William O'Connor, he would not go away. No matter what William did, he was there answering all the questions.
120.
Michael Smith is just getting annoyed. Knows that he got a lot of the job done early on, but he's allowed this man back into it.
140.
Combination of allowing him back into it, but Jamie Lewis raising the bar and playing beautifully. Take nothing away from him. He has played well here.
Yeah, there's two
93.
things that have changed. Michael Smith has become a frustrated dart player, and Jamie Lewis has become a better dart player over the last 3 or 4 minutes. He is now producing what he knows he can and what we know he can do, and this is brilliant. You've got to give it to him. This is, to hold it together under all this pressure, brilliant stuff from Jamie.
10-1-8 is in the game now.
134. Jamie requires
6 for Smith,
69.
4 for Lewis. Treble 19 would leave double 6 here now to take us to a deciding set. Leaves double 16. And the chance
53.
is still there for Smith for the
I'll give you
3-dart combo
154.
with Lewis waiting to pounce.
Well, that's unfortunate. He's looking for the
41.
257s to leave double
requires
top.
16.
For the set, for a level game, he was 2-0 up in sets, Michael Smith. Jamie Lewis is just 16 points away from leveling the match. That is it. We are level. We are going into a last set shootout. Credit to Jamie Lewis, but what Michael Smith has got to do, he's got to regroup, because there is no doubt about it. He's feeling it right now. Two sets up. 2-1 up in legs in the third set, and it 180 in that leg before Jamie Lewis took out that 95.
96.
Well, who would have thought it? Down to a decider. Cracking game. Good way to start the second round.
This is really good for Jamie as well, because it shows everyone, all his competitors and all his contemporaries, that
100.
when you have kind of got him on toast, you've got to beat him. He's not going to beat himself and just give up. He's showing the darting world that he's got spirit, and that's just as important as having talent.
96.
Taking a lot of courage from Jamie Lewis to do this. It really has been a great effort.
140.
That's nice from Michael Smith. Just needs to find his form again and focus and concentration, and he was superb in the opening couple of sets. Now, which way will Lewis go from here? Nicely done. Lovely 6 for treble 18. Leaves double 8.
Jamie Lewis has never been in front.
125. Jamie requires
Odds on
16.
to do that right now. Can he get the double that helps him win that fourth set? His second. Double 8. Rush of blood to the head, possibly. Double 4.
8.
Yeah,
He
he was feeling it then, feeling the tension.
Michael Smith pounces. He needed that as well, you feel. He needed that. Did the pressure get to Jamie Lewis? And now Smith has the darts. Can he get away first time? No, no, and no.
No score.
When you've been gifted a leg, which he had, You've got to punish your opponent.
No score.
This is just tension now. They're missing and making mistakes because of the situation, which is totally understandable. There's many a good player that isn't here because of
77.
situations like this. Your Colin Lloyds, Kevin Painters, John Parts, Andy Hamilton. They're not here because week in, week out, it's hard to deal with the pressure.
Well, that's the
32.
longest it's taken Lewis to get off in this game. In fact, either player. 6 darts. This is nice from Smith. Oh, beautifully done. 7-1-8. He's in the game now. And just at a great time to do it as well. If he can see this leg through, he'll be 1 away from the game. And the quarter-finals
100.
here in Dublin.
Well, he's in total control. Broken the opening leg of this, the final set. He's clear in this leg. All he has to do,
93.
Michael Smith, is set it up and then return to get it. And he'll be 1 leg away. And Jamie Lewis will then have to win the remaining 3
96.
legs. Mind you, Nigel, we said to win the remaining 3 sets was more or less impossible. He's doing a good job at that, isn't he?
Doing a great job. Absolutely, he's raised his game and caused Smith, I think, to
45.
feel the pressure and forced him into mistakes.
90.
Now, 90 he needs. He's gone for the ball to lead. Tops here. And double 10. Lewis not on a finish anyway, so he's going to be back.
You've got to miss tops on the high side, and if you do pull it, you've got to miss 10s on the outside, because you could find yourself under all sorts of pressure now. Still got a lot to learn, Michael Smith.
140. Michael, you required 10.
He's put Smith under a bit of pressure. Getting closer. Big dart now. No. Goodness
You
me.
required 91.
Error-ridden Michael Smith. Lewis, can he take this now?
I like that. I like that way. That was a confident way. Really was. A lot of professionals would have gone
51.
25, and the way Jamie Lewis's darts go in the board, if he was to hit a low 25, he couldn't have hit the bullseye anyway. Showed confidence. Double 2.
Couldn't have got much closer, could
Jamie,
he?
you required
And now
40.
Lewis to level the deciding set. Tops he needs. Hush in the crowd. Decent marker. Yes, Jamie Lewis bounces back. Prix, Bully Boys throw as well. 2 apiece in sets, 1 apiece in legs. Getting a little bit tense.
Michael Smith just can't seem to get any nearer the line, can he? It's like he's panicking. Right, I can go 1 leg away from winning it. He just can't get it done.
No score.
That was poor from Jamie Lewis.
They're both feeling it.
100.
Needs to get away now, Jamie Lewis. 5 darts.
37.
Smith in a great position now. Can he make it count?
He was in a great position in the last leg, so
60.
we're not going to take anything for granted,
Absolutely.
but he cannot keep letting him back in. It's improbable. Well, they've dipped, haven't they? They
83.
were both over the 50 mark.
$57.
Michael Smith, he just seems to be pulling too much. And the inconsistency is what's causing him the problems here. And a 180 here would really put Lewis right back in contention. 7 180s for Smith. Lewis has hit 4. And a high-quality contest, this. But still, Smith cannot find a treble. He's
60.
nowhere near a treble.
He looks like he's trying to withhold panic internally, but he's not doing a very good job, Michael Smith. Brilliant. Very good under pressure, Jamie Lewis. Just impressed.
Took him 5 darts to get off and running, and he's still in the leg.
Because Michael Smith has panicked halfway through it. It was a case of when the first treble doesn't go in, it's, I've got to find one, I've got to find one. It's not going to happen with that mindset because it won't let your shoulder and arm relax and your brain relax.
96. Michael, you require 100.
Well, he's playing nicely, Jamie Lewis, isn't he? Treble 18 would leave the ball.
56.
He's now in severe danger of losing this match, Michael Smith. Jamie Lewis wants 66. He may go treble 14, which he did. 12 or 20.
He can't believe it. He cannot believe it, Jamie Lewis.
68.
And believe me, neither can Michael Smith. Double 10 now.
Is he just checking his score, or is it just to compose himself? Well,
58.
goodness me.
It wasn't to check his score. I just think he was getting a bit too edgy and maybe wanted to throw too quick and slowed himself down.
You can feel the tension now just watching this. Brilliant, brilliant. Jamie Lewis takes the lead in the match. And now, Bully Boy under huge pressure and starts with tops. Oh, that is magnificent.
Under all that pressure, he manages, he musters a 1-6-0 start.
57.
Jamie Lewis is thinking, right, I'm just going to give you a real, I'm going to try to rattle through this leg and win it. But if I don't, I do have the darts. I do have the darts in the last leg.
But he can't afford to take 5 darts to start.
He's hoping he starts first start, obviously. But you can have a free roll. In this kind of situation, you can think there's no pressure on you, go for it. Be aggressive and try and get it done. Put your opponent under pressure, make them miss.
Has to be said, Lewis looks nice and calm. Smith knows he has been in a great position to see this game through. Looked like a 3-0 at one stage. And slipped below his high standards. This player raised his game. And Jamie Lewis is looking very calm and very, very confident.
Oh, I wish he could count. I really do. Jamie Lewis, that's twice he's done that now.
77.
He's left 165 through it in a 19 last start. It's just, it's not on. As a dart player, you have to check your score. It'd be like a snooker player thinking that his opponent can't clear up and he's left all the balls on and there's enough points. You can't happen.
Double 10. Gets there. We're down to a deciding leg. Jamie Lewis has the darts.
Final leg, Jamie.
Here we go. We're going the distance. 2 sets apiece, 2 legs apiece. Lewis has to get away. First time now, and he has done.
Oh, that is a magnificent start. Pressure.
40.
Good last start.
2 darts down, though, Michael Smith. And as I said, this fella looks very confident. He is playing quite beautifully now. Smith in trouble now. Deciding leg.
100.
First game of a fantastic night of darts here in Dublin.
He's shown
96.
resilience, hasn't he? He's just shown that he's capable, Jamie Lewis. He has the belief and the ability. You put all that together and you can fight back from 2 sets down. Can he cross the line? Can he win the match? Can he win the last 3 sets against the 8th seed?
Well, if I was Michael Smith, my stomach would be churning. I'd almost be feeling sick after the position I was in. And this fella looking to set himself up for a finish. Needs to get his counting right this time.
Well, 2 treble 19s would have been beautiful. That's not going to happen.
58.
Michael needs a 136 minimum. Treble 20 will leave 170. There was pressure on.
36. Jamie McQuarrie, 108.
May go 54. He's going the 19 route. A treble now. Double 16 for the match. How unlikely a winner at 2 sets down was Jamie Lewis. And full credit to Michael Smith. Says, well done, mate. At 2-0 up, the 8 seed was looking on like a racing certainty. But the Welshman pulled it all together and he come through 3-2. He will play the winner of Michael van Gerwen and Kim Huybrechts. What a match that is. Coming up next, we have Jelle Klassen against Dave Chisholm.